You feel me?
Right now, I'm about to go ahead and continue to make my motherfucking shit and do what I do. You know, shit.
What up, yo? You already know what it is. This is Listen Stream Cop Drop, you know what I'm saying? We here, back at you one more time, you know what I mean? Jersey the 420 chef and the greatest right hand in the world.
Hey, it's your girl, Madam Money. You already know what it is. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step two. All right. You know what it is.
You gonna give me the Timberland version?
That's the only one I know. What's the other one?
Rock Hill?
Oh, shit. I'm drawn. Never mind. I'll never make that mistake again. I'm drawn. What's wrong with me? Fuck out of here.
What's
Time
up,
out again for Madam Money straight off the rip. We got it.
Oh my goodness. So what we got on the agenda today? You know what I mean? What we gonna talk about today?
Well, we got a couple things going on, you know what I mean, moments in hip hop happen. You know what? Let's just start from the top. Let's get into the Roc Nation Brunch. You feel me?
All right.
A lot of things been going on around there, you know, a lot of pictures, a lot of leaks happening. They had everybody who was anybody associated with the brand there. Yeah. I want to bring up the fact that Griselda was in the building taking pictures with Rihanna. Now that's some fly shit.
Who didn't think they was gonna be in there doing hood nigga shit though? Like
hey,
niggas.
Yo, it's crazy. I'm so happy to see them. They fresh off of their performance on Jimmy Fallon.
Word, shouts to that. That was a great look. You know what I mean? We talking about grams on mainstream America. Ooh. Yeah, let's go. White America want to know about them grams too.
Listen, they know the best because they pay the most for it. But
literally, yeah,
literally. But yeah, so fresh off late night with Jimmy Fallon, Roc Nation Brunch. You feel me? A whole bunch of people was in attendance at this brunch. Yo, the dopest thing I seen from this brunch though was that the Ice Cubes had the Duce symbol in the Ice Cubes at the brunch. Now that was hard. That's a real flop.
That's rich.
Shit.
That's rich. Like
that's
shout
rich
out.
nigga.
Yeah. Shout out to them every year. I can't wait to you know what I mean, eventually get to the status of cooking one of those. Like I swear to God, it's so much money.
I took the privilege of going and finding out some of the things they had on the menu just for you. Now guess what? One of the main, they had waffles. They had like chicken waffle shit like that, brunch shit. Yeah. But one of the main things that caught my eye, they had Duce infused churros at this thing, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, that's a little something a little different. You feel me? Coming across on them, but yeah, I took the time out just to see what the chef work was out there. You feel me? They was talking about this brunch, but we ain't see nothing but Meek Mills and Pink niggas.
And glasses, glasses. Niggas, glasses and champagne.
Niggas hating on Kevin Hart's speech, which was a good one, you know, talking about, you know, what chapter you're booking you on and how you want to end your book and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, we seen Jay look very uncomfortable standing next to Diddy as always. I'm kind of doing an ode to Marv today. This is why I wore this today for him. But this is a little, you know, just a little light lavender on the low. Yeah, everything is everything. You feel me? Can't beat him, join him type shit. Like I got on a little time today. But yeah, overall, it was, you know, just to kick off the Grammys. You feel me? They do this every year. So it was really, really exciting to see everybody just come out there. But man, like, yo, Diddy does something to Hove, dog. I was like, every time I seen them together, like Hove act like he did not want to be there. Hove is actually turning to Basquiat right before our eyes. He is never going to get a haircut ever again. It's crazy as hell.
Ever. I love it.
Strong ankle flex coming from Jay-Z. You feel me? With the suit. It's all good. So moving right along into the Grammys, because this is a pre-Grammy event. We did have the Grammys yesterday in LA, you know, a whole bunch of stuff going on. We'll get into the rest of that later. But the Grammy winners were really shocking to me, Jersey. Listen. Why? We got to give, first of all, we got to give a round of applause to some people. You feel me? Anderson .Paak and Andre 3000 won the Grammy for Best R&B Performance. Nobody fucking know that.
Ventura, that's good. It's well deserved.
Welcome Home is a song. He won Best R&B Album for Ventura, though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he took home 2 Grammys. Andre 3000 came in there, snuck in a Grammy on the feature.
True.
You feel me? Got that off. Lizzo won 2 awards. I ain't really, you know what I mean, into her too much, but she did win 2 awards last night.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. You think like she cooning? Is Lizzo cooning to you? Is that a bit like she's a version, a new version of cooning in 2020?
It's crazy because I do kind of feel like that because she's going way too overboard, and like, you know, we're in a real lax time when it comes down to like, you know, body type, you know, shaming, stuff like that. She's using this to her full advantage, but it's working for her, and the people love the music. Now, she has one of the most radio successful songs out of everybody on this list, that one song. You know, people don't listen to the radio, but Lizzo rings off on the radio. That's why she's got these Grammys off and stuff like that. Like, did I listen to any of her work? No, I can't say that I have. Do I know all her antics? Yes. So, you know what I mean? Once it comes down to something like that, where I know more of your antics than your work, I can't really, you know what I mean? I can't really stand behind all of that.
Okay.
Right. It is crazy. But yeah, she won 2 awards last night for R&B. Real quick, best music video went to Lil Nas X. You feel me? I had to give him something out there. I'm going to say that, though. He was looking very crazy in the all pink Versace last night, too. I'm going to just say that. He
only
brought
got one
Nas
hit?
out, though. He brought Nas out during his performance. Him and Lil Nas X and Nas performed last night, Jersey.
I'm surprised you ain't going to town with that, but okay, that's cool.
I do want to so bad because, you know, you just seem like, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep everybody's successes out there. Best music of a film, Beyonce won for Homecoming, you know, a little Netflix joint that came out. Well deserved on that. Best rap performance went to Racks in the Middle, Nipsey Hussle, Roddy Ricch. So Roddy Ricch, now he have a Grammy, as well as the success of coming off his album, you know, I'm Antisocial.
Yeah.
Nipsey won twice that night. He also got DJ Khaled to win and John Legend to win for the
for features.
Rap,
for
best rap performance. I don't even have the name of the song here. It's all right. Best rap song, 21 Savage, A Lot, featuring J. Cole. So J. Cole low-key took home a Grammy too. So the 21
Savage got a Grammy.
21 Savage is now Grammy nominated, winning, you know, Grammy winning. 21 Savage, you feel me, for the song A Lot.
Word.
Now, best rap album of the year. This is where most of the controversy is coming into play. At you know, up for nomination was Meek Mill Championships. We had Revenge of the Dreamers 3 was up for it. Lost Boy by the boy Corday. He was out there too. He was up for it, which was a fine project. But they gave it to Tyler the Creator for Igor. So he won the Grammy for Igor. But I will tell you that he did take a stand like prior to winning the Grammy at the pre-Grammy whatever for them.
This nigga got the Grammy?
Yeah, he got the Grammy. But let me tell you something. This is why I'm starting to respect Son a little bit, because in the before Grammy, you know, they always interview everybody who's nominated, stuff like that. Yeah. And he said in his video that it's bittersweet because he doesn't consider this a rap album. Anytime anybody says it's urban, he often just equates that with the word nigga. This was not a rap album, but he's happy that he's getting the spotlight for being Grammy nominated. But he said it's a double-handed comment, like it's a backhanded compliment for him to be nominated for Best Rap Grammy. And then they still gave it to him. So, you know what I mean? Like, he's out here doing it. His performance was crazy. Like, you know, I did listen to it a couple times, but based off of the performance, it's really alternative. It's like a poppy
It's a pop
but it's hard.
album. It's a pop album.
It's a pop album. So, you know, but he won Best Rap Album. You feel me? Stock's going up on him. So that's overall what's happened with the Grammys. Oh, I do want to mention the reggae album. Girl Coffee won the best reggae album for Rapture. So let's get it. Let's go.
Listen.
I also want to bring up too, what, like, when we was growing up, right? Reggae music and dancehall music was very a part of the culture. Like, you know, we had tracks and stuff like that. It is not like that anymore. I do not know what's going on. Like, they have really turned back into a subculture where they was on like the rise on the come up for us. Like, everybody know Heads High. Everybody knows all these tracks. Everybody knows Sean Paul and stuff like that. It's not that prevalent anymore. So I was happy that they gave Girl Puffy her successes.
Is that 0204 run with like Luma D and all of them? All of them exploded. Yep. They saturated and blew that shit up and made it like a fad, and it just died. I can't lie.
It died out.
But I still bang shit on my own. You know what I'm saying?
I do
like,
too.
You
we just mentioned the last hip hop episode. Buju Banton redid, you know, Murder She Wrote. It ain't really typical to see somebody do that. So we be in there like, I know dance hall in me. You feel me? Don't never sleep on me. But, you know, that covers the Grammys overall. Let's get the bullshit out the way. Because, like, we only care about the Grammys when we care about the Grammys. We don't care about it overall. You feel me? And this year wasn't one of those years that, you know, we really gave a fuck about it. So let's just keep it like that. So we really... hip-hop's in a drop these first couple fucking weeks. Let's just be clear. You feel me? So... gives us a lot of time to listen to other things that we might not listen to and look for newer artists. Salute to everybody out there working and trying to put their best projects forward. You know what I mean? Especially all the up-and-coming artists. But, dog, Fred the Godson and Jay Pharoah dropped a project called Training Day. Now, I want to hear what you have to say about it. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was it wasn't like I expected more. It wasn't what I expected. I think it sounded very dated, like super dated. Like, I don't mind having a theme for a project. That's cool.
Right.
But the lane of the association of trying to take the title with having Jay Pharoah do all these Denzel skits and like that.
Horrible Denzel impersonations.
Like that shit could have.
If you're gonna do this, you gotta do this the right way.
Yeah,
you
like
gotta be very creative in what you're doing. Like, you know what I mean? Incorporate him in the song. Get a better nigga to impersonate Denzel, or fucking get Denzel, or take clips from the movie and use Denzel. Don't do all this nonsense. And Jay Pharoah is on every track. He's getting credits for every track. It's Fred the Godson and Jay Pharoah. So I know Jay Pharoah did not get paid $1 from this. He is trying to get paid off of the spins for this, because otherwise you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. That shit was really sad to see, because I was really anticipating Fred the Godson album. You feel me? He's part of the Trust movement. He signed to 38. So, you know, he was supposed to be coming out with 3 projects this year. This is the first one that I'm seeing. This is not a good showing to come off with. Like,
at all. Like, it sounded like they took the song Threats from Hove and just tried to stretch it into like 6 songs.
About 8 songs, yeah. About 8 songs they tried to stretch it into. It was so crazy, because like when Jay Pharoah first came on in the intro, I was like, all right, you know what I mean? Get this nigga out the way. He sound horrible. Let's just be clear. You feel me? Let's get into the music. So the first track was all right. I wasn't, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's gonna be a build up involved here, because this wasn't like that punch coming in. And then Jay Pharoah came in again. And then when he went off, I'm like, dog, is he really gonna be doing this every other song? And that he did. And it wasn't like a cohesive thing. It was Jay Pharoah just popping shit as if he was Denzel Washington in Training Day. It made no relevance to any of the tracks here. Like, I hate when somebody try to do something super, like, I don't even know.
He's not Threats.
Cold work, like.
Yeah, it wasn't like Hove with Threats. Like, Threats was hard. Like, Threats had some of that. He said, "I'll take your teeth out your mouth, help you chew your food up, put it back in your mouth, and help you swallow." Like, come on, guys. Like,
we're talking about fire. 1 song versus a 10-track album, 8 to 10-track album. You understand what I'm saying? That's the level of fuckery that they really sat here and tried to give to us. So you feel me? We're gonna slide right past that. No Fred the Godson.
Only thing I can say is he didn't go southpaw. Not one song sounded like it was from the South. So I appreciate that. Like, he did not.
I can respect that.
He did not bail out.
It's gonna be him borrowing some shit down. Maybe he got to get this out his system. You know what I mean? Even though he dropped the project last year, that was a good project last year. You feel me? But you know, I can't even get with all of that. That stupid shit. Stop this stupid shit. We don't need no antics in hip hop. 2020 and shit. Just come correct with your shit. You feel me?
Half an album of skits is a no. Fuck no.
Not from you, nigga. You are not motherfucking Kendrick Lamar, nigga. You can't get this type of shit off, nigga. So you feel me? That is what it is. Next album up, Fly Anakin. At the end of the day, I'm gonna let you take over because I know you got a couple important things to tell the people about this album.
Yeah, shout out to, you know, the good homies and the good fam, you know what I mean? I ain't even gonna say the good homies. Them dudes like fam, I support them heavy and they rock with us heavy. You know what I mean? Mutant Academy, Richmond, Virginia based, you know what I mean? Shout out to them.
Let's go.
You already know OG Kahuna Monday night dropped something, and then you had Best Friend just dropped something recently. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. They already starting off the 2020 dope, but I didn't even know this was coming. Like, you know what I mean? You know I be on everything, you know what I'm saying? But Anakin was just like, yeah, I got something dropping in, you know, 26, and like I've listened to all his albums. Like I listen to all of them, and if you go back and listen to them from beginning up to where they're at now, you're going to hear the progression in their art. You know what I mean? The improvement in their skill. You can tell that these dudes are honing their craft. This is not just, oh, we do this in our basement and upload it, you know what I mean, from the computer. Like, nah, they're putting their time, their money into this, you know. They got the co-sign from Madlib, did some work out in Cali. They did some shows out in Cali. They done been on Hot 97, and you know what I mean? They did the show. They always doing shows, and they be up there in NY, you know what I mean? Open for Rock Marcy, you know what I mean? So it's like they're really doing things, and you see that they're working, and it's shown in their efforts and in their work. And this album, yo, is like it's his best one. Like it sounds so complete, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of starts off with the premise of like him. I want to say it's a group of people talking about his mural. He has a mural back home in Richmond on a building. You know what I'm saying? And it was something. Yeah, it's definitely salute. You know what I'm saying? Because it was something that somebody felt inspired to do from what he does. You know what I'm saying? From the art that he puts out. And like that, you know, that's anybody that creates, that's a beautiful thing for somebody to pay homage to you.
Pay homage to you with their craft. That's right.
Especially in when y'all are from the same city, though. This is your home. You know what I'm saying?
That's what every true gangster aspires for. You feel me? Somebody pay homage to them on a scale like this. So
right, because you know sometimes it's hard to get that local love. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
But it talks about. He's talking like it's just you hear like throughout the album you hear them talking about the way that the city responded to his mural and Obliv's mural. Shout out to Obliv, he's a producer out of Community Academy. You know what I mean? Their first album, like they did an album together called Backyard Booking, and this is where all of this kind of took place. You know what I mean? Around this time, but he's just talking about the response. You know what I mean? You hear like this like pieces in between songs, like as skits. For, you know, of this conversation about his mural and the reaction from the city, you know what I'm saying? And I get like, you know, some people, you know what I mean, a lot of people loved it, but you know, you're going to get some negativity. So, you know what I mean? They were kind of discussing the politics of the negativity in between the album, but it's just it was like
just something that you gotta tell that even the flyest of niggas go through, even the most hardest of niggas
everybody,
yeah. Because look what they do to Prodigy Hero. Look what they do to these people that we revere. They always
destroy them like that.
Down. So that's why the name of the album is At the End of the Day.
It's like at the end. Because it's like at the end of the day, he's still Anakin. Like he's still that great dude. And it was like, I think that's why. And I mean, you hitting it right on the head. Like you with me. Like you feeling it the way I'm feeling it, because it's like. He had so many, like, all the tracks was just like at the end of the day, no matter how much you talk shit about the mural, how much you do whatever, you can't deny what he does. You cannot deny his music. You know what I mean? And it's like all you got to do is press play. You know what I mean? We're going to have the link in here. You know what I'm saying? I might, you know what I mean, throw a snippet. I think I might throw a track or two, you know what I mean, for the intro or something like, but that album is powerful, man. Like, I love it. Ingenuity is my shit. Ingenuity. Oh man! Like,
so here we have, you know, the opposite of the Godson album, where they did the skits and didn't make nothing impactful or important
at all.
Here we have like Anakin coming in here doing the same, you know, thing with it and making it very, very personal, making it about what is going on with everything right there. That's a huge accolade. When it comes down to the Mutant Academy, I'm sorry to cut you off. Like, the progression that you see. This is one of these crews that if you like, you know, when people be like Griselda or they be like, you wasn't a Griselda fan in 2002, or whatever. These are one of those crews that, you know, they are really, really showing their worth to you in real time. You need to get on board with it because, like, you know, that Madness project is one of my most anticipated projects this year.
Like, it's like just any like, it's gotten to the point where it's like, all right, you know what I mean? Mainstream is like, mainstream knows who they are. We know that mainstream knows who they are.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, they're sticking to their guns. Like, they're going to stick to their guns, and they will ride this independent shit out, you know what I mean, as much as it feeds them. Like, I mean, I you know what I mean, I rock with them, and I see, you know what I mean, they like, I think it was actually Anakin, you know what I mean? He put out one of the dopest tweets about a month and some change ago. He was like, I don't even have to have a job. He was like, the people appreciate my work and support me that much, and I'll forever be grateful. That is one of the realest things in the world. Like, if you are an independent artist and you really can dedicate your time to, like, your craft 24/7, like,
keep yourself afloat. That's a definite
that's
fact.
a big thing. Like, that's a hell of a big thing. You know what I'm saying?
Just
so
one of these organic processes coming from them. They are moving the right way. You know, you could buy their music directly from them because in the beginning, like, you know, when you first introduced me to them, because I ain't gonna front, you introduced me to them with what was it, Backyard Boogie? It might have been a project before that.
It was either Backyard. It might have been Backyard Boogie because I mean, you had a couple things in between. My first album from them was Panama Plus with Twami.
Panama, that's the one right there.
With Twami, Concept Jackson,
Right, exactly. Because, you know, Concept Jackson had dropped a couple of things that year too on the low. Yeah. I was really into it. And when I found him, I was like, you know what, this is a nice little vibe going on. This is this. But even from that to, you know what I mean, see how Hollywood to this, they are very conceptual in their music and stuff like that. Like that Stray Man Chronicles joint. That's a whole like fight, like their whole like superhero type thing.
Yeah.
They're fighting with each other. It's a real thing. So, you know, they're really being real experimental in what they do.
Yeah.
But they're keeping the basis. They're keeping the basic, and these niggas can rap. Let's get this shit right.
Period. Like,
can rap. You feel me? They're very creative. You know, all the work that I've seen them do just lets me know that, you know, they got a good thing going, and when they get there, everybody can be like, oh,
it's
like,
gonna be too it's like fuck out of
it.
it. But like, that's the one thing I like about them is they're board. Like, I almost want to call them a collective, but you can't call them a collective because I mean they just all have different sounds, but they all sound good. Foisey, Best Friend, Unlucky Bastards, Great Matter, like Obliv, like, yo, shout out to y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are some
Great Matter's production is kind of crazy to me. Like, I've been really getting into that. What's the guy? Bastard? Look, I don't even
Unlucky Bastards. Yeah, Unlucky Bastards.
I was checking him out and stuff like that. You feel me? So I've been trying, you know, expand my knowledge of this crew right here because this is a crew that I actually do believe in. And like, you know what? You know, they might hit a mainstream joint out the
door. I can't wait.
Like, you feel me? Like, where we're still talking about these other crews with, you know, Trust and Griselda trying to get that mainstream album or track out there. These guys, is something telling me that one of them out of there is gonna pull some shit that's gonna be radio ready, and they're gonna do it. This is the feeling I get from listening to them. That's why I'm so involved, because there's a couple of tracks I listen to. I'm like, Dad, you know, this should be on the radio right now. This could be on the radio.
I really, that's the way I feel about them. I feel like they make an art that can be, it's like soaked up by, like, I say just go from like a teenager, like a 17, 18, like going into college, like senior going into high school, they can hear them and lock in and grow with them. Like they have that type of feel. They don't have that. This is one of these crews where it's like, like, you know what, you know, like 4 years from now, they'll be like, I listen to them every day and now they're here now, stuff like that. But I don't think it's going to take that much time. It's just to show, you know, this is a progressive group. You progress with them. They're not gonna disappoint you in the future. But you feel me? Salute to them and the whole movement over there. Everything y'all doing, we definitely watching you over there. You know what I mean? Shout out to man.
Jersey the 420 Chef for putting me onto this years ago, before podcasts, before any of this stuff, before any of these things. He was always rocking with niggas, and he was definitely trying to put everybody on. He definitely put me on to and made me a true ass fan for y'all niggas. So there you go with it. You heard?
But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna have a link in that. Let you go ahead. Every album that we just talked about, y'all be able to cop. One we
Most
had,
certainly,
definitely.
most certainly. Yo,
Yeah, what's
I
up?
ain't gonna lie to you. I got two pleasantly surprises. I'm going to the first one first.
Yeah.
Knxwledge drops Meek Volume 5. And this shit is crazy
Yeah,
to me.
yeah. All right. So
Dog, I had to show my support. I went out and bought the thing because I'm like, I need this in my collection, because a project like this does a couple things for me, right?
Mm.
First of all, he's using such of Meek's old freestyles. It showed you how nice Son was from the very beginning. And another thing he did, though, Meek is a loud rapper. He's always, the beats is always loud and hard and stuff. He pulls all that shit back.
Yeah.
And now, like, Meek's level is the same, but he's on this real nice body. Woo! Rolled around with that. I rolled around with that. Like, nigga, you can't tell me nothing. Niggas was like, what Meek is that? Nigga, what new Meek is that? Like, nigga, there's some old Meek or some new shit. Nigga, let me put you on a game. Like,
Word.
yo, or some real shit. Like, salute the people trying to do that, be creative and stuff like that. Like, Meek should definitely give him the head nod when it comes down to something like this, because he really took this man's old YouTube freestyles, dirty brains,
made him sound good.
It made him sound so crazy over these chill ass beats. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, dog, my heart beating fast because it's just so hard.
Yo, listen, so like, shout out to Knxwledge. Like, I found out about Knxwledge a while ago on some SoundCloud shit, you know what I'm saying? And you know, SoundCloud really has produced a lot of dope ass beat makers, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that have been floating on SoundCloud, putting tapes out, just trying to get rub and get love, or either, you know what I mean, connect with the other dope artists that make music, you feel me? And that's how we start getting some of these super groups and some of these incredible albums that we get independently. But yeah, I found out about Knxwledge and I was like, yo, he's pretty dope. He redid an album with Anderson .Paak. He redid a whole Anderson .Paak album, and I mean, that was so crazy to me. I mean, blew my mind, and I was like, okay, this motherfucker is serious. He's so out the box with his hip hop, you know what I mean? But I was up one night super late, you know what I mean, smoking, doing my thing, scrolling the timeline, and I came across a clip of an old ass Meek in the corner store with the dirty braids. But the beat was so different, like it was on some reggae shit, like some old reggae shit in it, but Meek was bodying it. I was like, who the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
Talk about building
Knxwledge,
a beat around some shit. Let me explain something to you. That is very hard for most producers. Can't even do that. You gotta build. You gotta be experienced. You gotta formulate your rhymes to their beats. Right. No. This man took this guy's freestyle. These not even full ass tracks. These is freestyles coming from me or verses, and he built beats around them. And when I say, you know, just like I said, the stigma on Meek is that he's so loud, and I can't listen to him because he's loud. It kind of reminded me of when, you know, ODB made Brooklyn Zoo. It's this hard thing. It's brash shit. And then when the remix came out, it was a more mellow thing. You can hear everything ODB is saying. You feel me? I don't want to misquote. I don't want to misquote who actually did the remix, but the beat was so slowed down, and you could just hear everything ODB was saying. That's the type of feeling I got with this, because like Meek is just showing some cash shit, and just showed his fucking progression through this game. Like, yo, that's the type of shit I like, that type of creativity right there. Yeah. You just said, listen, I got all these old shit. I might not be able to get him in the fucking studio, but guess what? I could put him in the studio when he wasn't in a fucking studio.
And that shit sounds, I ain't gonna lie, that shit sounds so fucking dope. Like, all that shit sounds dope.
Telling you, niggas was like, what new Meek is that? I'm like, God. Like,
oh, nah. $9
on Bandcamp, nigga, let's go. You feel me?
And people, but we really shout out Bandcamp a lot. Like, we always talk about Bandcamp. I spend a lot of money on Bandcamp. I know you spend a lot of money on Bandcamp.
I have. You put me on the Bandcamp. Ever since then, I always check there first. That's the way I can support. Everybody know I'm a stream queen. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's always my first bet. But the stream will turn into me buying your work. You hear me? Like, if I can hear it there, I can hear it there. But he put every track on his timeline in the thread. He put all of these tracks. I heard everyone I'm like, dog, I gotta have this in my collection. I need this for me. You feel me? This nigga lose his page tomorrow and all this shit is gone. I'll be vexed. So I definitely went out there and did it. Even the artwork was, you know, Meek with the Band-Aid. It was like a more cartoon version of it. Just to let you know, as a play around. Like, dog, I was so pleasantly surprised by this.
Yeah.
I was amped. Like, dog, this is crazy right now.
Go grab that.
We're talking about that shit at the end of the year.
Yeah, go grab that. Please go grab
crazy.
that.
Go get it. Go support Knxwledge. You feel me? Meek Volume 5. Check out his other bodies of work in there, because just like you said, when I saw his discography, I'm like, damn, he does work. He have a lot of work going on. So you feel me? Always support the people right then and there. Support what you can when you can support them. Now, Jersey.
Yo.
I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. This next project, when I heard this shit, I'm like, this shit put me right back in my fucking bag, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, y'all bitches better beware for 2020, because the homie Wais P, Chinchilla, gorilla pimping over some of the smoothest samples, hardest shit. Hey, yo, dog.
So,
Static Selector.
Yeah, he's certified. Like, that's why I felt comfortable when I heard about the album. It was like, okay, Wais P, okay, Chinchilla with Static Selector. Oh, okay, this is something decent then. Like, Static's, like, shout out to Static Selector. Like, we don't have DJs and radio DJs to necessarily be our curators anymore. Like, nowadays, the DJs in the clubs are curators, and anything just to get people partying, like, isn't everything that you need to listen to. So it's kind of fucked up. So I'm kind of glad that you got producers that still know how to curate and make the proper music. You know what I mean? Like, the balance out everything that's going on. Static Selector is one of those. You know, you got the show at Radio 45. I mean, you had a radio show at Shade 45 and all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he's done albums recently. He's got something out with Currency. He also did something with Bun B as well. You feel me? So his range is everywhere. He fucks with everybody. But this album here is so fucking dope.
This shit is so dope. This one of these playable albums, start to finish. Wais P, I never heard of him. And listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm the one who brought it out. Listen, I found this. You feel me? I found this on some late night. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, and I ran across this Wais P Static Selector drop, and I was like, yo, what is this? Just like you said, off of the name, I'm gonna check it out, Static Select. Let me see what's going on. I was so happy. Like, hey, yo, this man really just spoke every pimp shit, gorilla pimping that you possibly could imagine. All facts, all real shit. You know what I like about the nigga? What? The nigga sitting here and telling you that he make more money than rappers, nigga, because he a pimp. That's what say. Every time I step in the game, I tell nigga like, yo, these rapper niggas ain't got nothing on the kid, because I can make 10 times more money than you make at your shows. And that's really what this nigga was getting down to. Talk about pimp lines. This nigga told a bitch, go outside and sweep the sun off the sidewalk, nigga. Do you understand what type of shit is that? Tell a bitch, sweep the sun off the sidewalk, you pimp you? Get that bitch. Oh, yeah. I got lit. 2 amp gorilla pimping, dog.
I see that movie.
He had terminology on this thing.
Always.
He had football on here too, to close out. But Chinchilla, dog, like, yo, I just some shit I'm just gonna be riding around listening to. So real pimping on here.
Time is money is my shit.
Woo! So let's do this, because, like, yo, everybody need to check out Wais P Chinchilla, like, dog. I'm so happy that we could bring this to the table or shed a little bit of light on this or whatever have you, because that right there, I was not expecting that, because it Wais P the pimp. I know a lot of niggas be saying that shit and do that shit. You feel me? But this is gorilla pimping, where Roc Nation is like an elite, high level. You feel me? Call girl for real pimping up in the. This is gorilla pimping trap. This nigga said I make more money off a trap than rap, so y'all niggas can't trap me. Like, I was just like crazy, like too many dope ass bars, too many fly ass, too much fly ass shit. I know he lived this shit. Like, dog, like, listen, call me, we could do business. You wanna come in? Man, you hear me? Let's go.
Yeah, but now shout out, like definitely shout out. Please go get that Credible Bodies of Work. Like, that's like all like, and none of this music that we're like naming sounds the same. It just sounds good. That's the only thing we can say about it in talking about all this work, that it's quality work and it sounds great, but nothing sounds like the other. It's like all different.
No, this is all different rides. You're right. Everything that we take,
you know what I mean,
here is a whole different ride. You feel me? Whole different ride. Salute to Wais P side. So I can't even say it enough, because it is very hard to find some real live pimp shit going down. Listen, it's like a Jadakiss sample on this album. And it's like, man, like, no, this shit is just too tough. Like, I didn't even write a track selection down, because I was like, yo, you gotta listen to this in its entirety, because he don't never drop off. He never loses that energy throughout this whole project. He is giving it to you, and he is giving like, yo, he is telling you 1,000 ways how he will slap some money out of a bitch. I have never heard some shit like this coming out of somebody else's mouth other than my fucking own. You understand me? Like, yo, let's go, because, man, listen, sweep the sun off the sidewalk, you bitch, you.
That's crazy.
Fuck.
That was crazy. Like,
you know how that is? If you start in the morning and the bitch gotta be out there all night sweeping the sun off the sidewalk, that's some fly ass shit. All right, I'm down. Okay. I'm get down. But,
all right.
You know, let me get myself in order.
All right, now, okay. While you do that, like, I had one that snuck in. I snuck one in. Didn't even expect this. I didn't expect this. Didn't know it was dropping. Didn't know anything. But, you know, just keeping my ears to the, you know what I mean, to the timeline. You always bump into something a little different, but still we still want to give it some love. Stretch and Bobbito dropped the album, you know what I'm saying? Surprisingly enough, and if anybody knows anything, if you talk about it, like, if you're watching us, then you should be thorough, authentic hip hop. And you should know, in the 90s, Stretch and Bobbito had a radio show that pretty much, it kind of shaped what the golden era was. They were the gatekeepers of the golden era. Like, if they didn't play your music or your song or anything, you weren't it. Like, and it wasn't it. Like, they broke the woo. They had Hov, Nas, Das Effects, Busta Rhymes. Like from the artists that were hip hop that graced their radio show, I think the number is like 750 million records and going, like, and still going to this day.
Everybody
like,
from that era have went past that platform.
Like, they rapped on the mics. Like if you were in the golden era, you rapped for Stretch and Bobbito. And I'm talking before Hot 97. I'm talking, this is college radio shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, super dirty late night. You had to, like, stay up late to catch them on, and when they got on,
because
like,
it was really raw. It was really raw, straight, unadulterated hip hop. If you do want to familiarize yourself with them, maybe, you know what I mean?
Catch the Netflix documentary.
They have a documentary out. You feel me? That was highlighting all that stuff. There's a lot of information.
So yeah,
I'm not sure what platform it really was on. I can't remember if it was like HBO or Netflix, but it's one of these things. Stretching Bobbito got a definite documentary out there that was wicked. I stayed up late one night and just watched it. Like, this was a while back too.
Yeah.
But, yo, what was this you showed me, man?
The reason why I showed you it is because we always talk about hip hop. We always talk about, you know what I mean, wanting it to survive, and, you know what I mean, wanting it to last in its purest form. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, you know, you can have your mainstream saturated. It's going to alter it a little bit. It's going to change it. Pop culture, pop music. That happens. We know that happens because that's part of the crossover.
Right.
But there's still points in times where, you know what I mean, it still needs to be in its original form. I introduced you to this album because I felt like this is how it happens. This is that original music that producers go and sample to build them, you know what I mean, to build a different sound, or to produce, you know what I mean, just to sound different and to think outside the box, and to, you know what I mean, probably give some kind of new life and new energy into the game, because that's what we used to have. We used to have artists that didn't drop every other day or every other week, but usually would maybe give you like a freestyle or two on a promo run, but work on an album 7, 8, 9 months, and you have to wait till that Tuesday to get it. Like albums never even dropped on Friday; they dropped on Tuesdays back in the day.
Yeah, they was dropping on Tuesday. You know what I mean? Hardcore niggas. No,
Yeah, you feel
couldn't
me?
wait till Friday for certain drops because you would not get that. It
At
was
all,
sold out.
you know what I mean?
Period. You feel me? Singles came out midweek, but yeah, you're
Albums
right.
dropped on Tuesday, and
That's
if
fact.
your album was hot
Tuesday,
enough, you
Wednesdays.
got a midnight release. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you was out there. Like I said, it'd be many a nice Times Square version
Bruh,
mega store. You feel me?
hell
Stuff like
yeah.
that.
And
I
I
used
mean,
to hunt for albums like all day in New York, so don't you worry about it. Well, this right here, I'm gonna tell you, Jersey. It's Stretcher Bobbito, the M19 band, which now I'm figuring out that's like the bus that's probably was over there with them.
yeah.
Shit like that, the M19
That's
or
what I was
whatever
thinking.
have you.
I wanted to ask you if that was like a route or something over
Yeah,
there. Like a
it
metro
sounds like to
route
me
and
one of these
shit.
Manhattan ass routes. You feel me?
Okay.
That's what the M is. M stand for Manhattan 19. If it was Brooklyn, it'd be the B19, some shit like that. Called No Request. When this started playing, right? I'm gonna tell you about the title track on, or not the opening track on here was a mix of live breaking beats. You had the live version of a Biggie track in there. You had a live version of a couple of artist tracks, and if you listen close, they start playing these progressions in there. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be a live breaking beats album, which in itself was crazy and stuff like that. But as it went on, I'm like, this is a real body of work, live instruments, tried and true. It's like hip hop flexes in there somewhere, but not everything is not overly overt hip hop. Your ear have to be really fine tuned to hear the little nuances and shit of hip hop that they're doing.
Like your ears is literally breaking it down and picking out the pieces that you would use for hip hop.
That you know, some of them that you know and stuff like that. I was really shocked. I was like, yo, that's Biggie so and so on this first thing. And it don't come across as that because it's real slowed down and it's real this. And they're taking just they're dropping out certain chords of it and shit like that. I was really impressed by it. I listened to this whole thing all the way through, right? They have Fat Joe talking in between there, talking about the history of the show and what the show meant for him and everything like that. So that's how you understand it. This is a hip hop thing, but these is live breaking beats. These is live band breaking instrumental beats, but like elevated. It's like jazzy. It's like but you got the Latin
inspired, like
a lot.
Festival song was Bomb Bomb, like you know what I mean. Like, come on, yo. Like, this is the best way I can describe it. It's a non-hip hop, but hip hop album.
It's a real fine line that they playing here. And it just lets you know that they're masters, or this band or whatever is really masters at genres. You understand? Because they're crossing all these lines and everything is live. Like, you don't hear a scratch on here. You don't hear nobody doing nothing. Nobody's spitting. Everybody's singing. Like, it's really, really dope. It's a really dope project. I was really surprised that, Stretch and Bobbito would put out something like this. When you first gave it to me, I thought it was going to be like covers of the best verses or some shit on their show or trying to highlight that. Once the thing came on and I was like, oh shit, that's so-and-so. Like, oh, they would just play that on the interlude to their show and shit. Like, oh, they would just do this thing. Didn't I hear Biggie track? Didn't I hear this? Didn't I hear that? On the first track, I was like, this is one of the craziest intros to an album I've really ever heard. And when you go back and listen to it again, like, you know what I mean? You got to really open your ears up to it, because these is tracks that you've heard, like, maybe in the movie Break-In and shit like that, but it's just live and they have just changed it up a little bit. Like, yo, dog, this is a real talented piece. This is a real great piece.
That's why that's exactly why I said, oh, they got an album that came out. But I didn't say nothing about it. I didn't tell you to go listen to a certain song. I didn't say shit about it. I just gave it to you. You just like, what the fuck is this? Like, yeah, all right, just press play. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, shout out to them. They got that off. And
Legends in the game, you feel me? Still putting forth valid stuff. You feel me? Still putting forth valid stuff. Straight legends in the game.
Word. All right. So what up? That's it, right? We got everything for so far that what released, right?
When it comes down to all these music releases, we don't hear everything that's coming out. We can tell the people to expect Lil Wayne's funeral album to drop next Friday. So our next hip hop show, we will be talking about that along with anything else that comes out. We are over here curating artists on the come up too, and we're gonna give everybody their just desserts. You know, I have people submitting tracks, so make sure you submit tracks to me in Jersey. If you see us randomly asking on the timeline for tracks, throw us your fucking track. You feel me? We're gonna sit here and we're gonna do something real nice and real special since we saw all the support that was given to us from our, you know, Sarface 38 Witness Challenge that was
large pro, small pro.
Shout out to everybody that participated.
Rome,
and
what
stuff
up, Rome?
like that. So, guess what? Too, let's not forget neither. The instrumental version of Bandana drops.
Ooh. Yeah, so listen, we're gonna wait, but we're gonna give that. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be the alley-oop. Definitely gonna be the alley-oop. We want to see who gonna dance on that bandana, because you know that's a totally different ball game. You know what I mean? That album, that was a highly coveted album, so you know you can't slack on that. So you know what I mean? But we want to hit bars,
no, you can't.
Like
It's always
bars.
It's always good when It's always good when these type of things come around, just to test your dexterity in the game. And, like, you know what I mean? Can you conform to this? Can you conform to that? Because I want to tell a lot of artists, like, when you get signed to a label, they give you about 5 or 6 producers at your disposal. And they want you to work with each and every one of them. You feel me? Because every one of them is going to bring something to the table that they feel is going to make money for you. So when you give yourself these type of little things, where you step outside your element a little bit, and you know what I mean, you might have to do a flow that you're not used to doing to be on a certain track, or you might be introduced to a track that necessarily you would never even have paid attention to or known about. You always gotta test yourself as an artist. You know, feel me? A&R Matter Money, A&R Jersey over here. I always tell you, test yourself when these type of things come out. You feel me? You always gotta show your whole range on a lot of these things. So it's really dope that a lot of these producers is putting out instrumental work. That's a craft that had died in hip hop, where you could get instrumentals from full projects or projects that did relatively well. You feel me? Word. It's a real good thing that all of this is resurgence is coming back into hip hop. We playing by golden era rules. Golden era is coming back.
I like it. You know, I like it. Like,
gotta do it.
Golden era.
We're still in the microwave era though. Don't get it twisted.
Oh yeah, it's still microwave mentalities, but
it's horrible.
The old golden era was it, man.
That's right.
Damn near 90. You can say 95% of the music was fire. Like 95 of mainstream music though. Not just like there wasn't really like underground was like super underground. Like it was like, and there was no internet, so underground, like if it was underground, you would buy shit out of trunk of a nigga car type.
That's
shit.
A fact. You knew somebody for real.
Yeah,
and
like
that was somebody who was out there pushing their products to you on a one-to-one basis for real on the underground level like that. Or you really went to go find these places and these little, you know, venues and stuff like that was holding these type of events and everything like that. So, you know, it is changing where everything is very much accessible. There's no excuses for you to, you know, be stuck in no type of thing. You can do whatever you want. But just like I said, you know, a mainstream artist had a range though. They wasn't just, you know, all mainstream. They had hard soul shit. They had, you know what I mean, real shit, street shit, but they knew how to make songs for the radio too. Everybody gotta put themselves there. So good.
But other than that, I think, you know what I mean, no more L, and I think that's the end of the F, man. Like, damn.
That's the end of the F.
You know what I mean?
We breeze in, we breeze out.
Yeah, we love spending time with y'all, you know what I mean? We glad that we hit y'all with some heat, you know what I mean? Get in them comments, let us know. Like, go and, like, we give y'all links, we show y'all where everything is, so go listen to it. Come back, let us know what y'all banging, or if not, y'all can go ahead and hit the timeline. Y'all both follow, y'all follow both of us. Let us know what y'all decided to listen to, which album stuck with y'all. Let us know if y'all decided to cop something, because we know we sending y'all to some Bandcamp sites. So please, if y'all go out there and y'all listen to this music, these artists' work and all of that, put, you know what I mean, put some money in their pocket for their hard earned, you know what I mean, their hard work that they putting out there, you know what I mean.
Also tell me, like, if it's something that we missed for the week, you know what I mean, drop it to us, put us on, you feel me?
Definitely.
Always open, you know what I mean, like, you know, you might run across something, be like, you want to hear our opinion about it, make sure you drop it to us. You feel me? We let you know what's good with it.
Yeah, because we're here to exchange and communicate. We love hearing good music and we love hearing new things. So you know what I mean, put a song, you know what I mean? But other than that, the one and only big homie, you know what I mean, Jersey the 420 Chef, aka Stretch Armstrong.
It's your girl Matter Money, aka Chap. You know what it is. Until next time, guys. We see you guys around.
Holly Block, turn them phones off. God damn it. Oh, cheat. Y'all niggas unfit to carry, watch out. I bring the future back. Guns blaze way before they slam me in the Supermax. Lately I can't lead a void. Every time I see you, it's a wave.